Exploring, bridging, boating, into the nether. Never mind out of the nether. Sand, I'm lost. I use coordinates and I'm lost. Also, I went to the world border for vines and forgot shears. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, so I feel obligated to make some form of starter base. I'm going to pretend I'm actually going to use it. I know I'm not. Actually, I kind of just need some place to put a nether portal that doesn't lead to the nether roof, so it may end up purposed for that. And I really like this location. I'm probably going to end up destroying my starter base because I want to build something big here. It just looks like a collapsed volcano, and that just says supervillain layer to me. I gotta think of some ideas for that. I'm not quite sure where to go with it. The theme I was thinking probably won't work for the snow, so I gotta figure something else out. So starter base, I'm just recycling my 1.16 base because I never really got to use it. It was a cool little cabin. It blended into a town some other players were building. I should find a screenshot of that. It was actually pretty fun. And that was one of the things I was going to do here, like build a town in the valley, kind of put different farms and different buildings. And the only thing, just all that automation, you know, people on the more potato PCs will kind of lag a bit if you do that. So I think I'm going to build most farms. I'm just going to move them someplace remote. Same thing with like villagers. They're going to get moved someplace where lag is kept to a minimum just for, you know, niceness to other players. Not that there's many, but there are some. But I don't know. I really like the little cabin I made. I tried to make it Viking style. I don't have all the materials to make it as nicely here. Normally I'd throw in some like mossy bricks and stuff like that, but I don't know, it really wouldn't make a lot of sense given the location, and I'm just going to end up tearing it down again later to build something bigger. I might move it into the town area once the town is started. I don't know. Of course, the town will just end up empty. I don't know, I might stick minor farms in there, something that's not going to lag people out. I also didn't have any grass blocks for it, so I just stuck in snow for the plant beds. And I was like, well, it kind of looks abandoned out here anyway. Funny enough, it reminds me a lot of the, well, for anybody that played Final Fantasy VII, there's actually a cabin in the middle of, kind of in the middle of nowhere mountain, where you find certain secrets for the game. Also, this powdered snow is something else. You can visually see it as a difference, but holy crap, if you're not paying attention, you're just toast. I haven't really had it kill me yet, though. You can usually get your way out of it. It takes a little while to ramp up damage, but I've been wearing a leather helmet, and I'm kind of getting tired of that. It looks dumb. Definitely got some plans for the server. Beyond this is just, I feel obligated. You know, you have to make a starter house when you create a new game, a new world. It's just kind of an obligation. It's a rule. But I do also want to make a project board, something that just, like, the future goals of everything to build, or at least everything that I can currently think of that's going to get built. That creeper's doing in the background. It's so weird when you see things from third-person view like this. You suddenly realize all the stuff that is just wandering around near you. You have no idea it's there because it's just like out of camera shot from your viewpoint in the game. But yeah, definitely going to be a project board for the different farms, different builds. Eventually I want this server to be pretty full of different things. I've got the space somewhat limited on it, just so it doesn't end up like too huge of an area. The unfortunate part of that is the nearest desert is basically mostly into the past the world border, which kind of stinks, but I'll eventually expand it as time goes on and maybe different updates come out. And I'm hoping 1.19 doesn't ruin everything with this, with the complete flipping of like any kind of world generation. I hope it doesn't change that much, so we can just continue on. A good chunk of the world's explored, but I can reset some of it, you know, just back to where people are now if it's not too different. But yeah, starter base is one thing, main base. I've got some different ideas. I'm thinking of vampire-style cathedral just rising out of the mountain. But I don't know, I think that's... It's like I want to go with a volcano-style theme too, but at the same time it's snowy and dormant looking. So that doesn't make a lot of sense either. I don't know. I'm gonna take some brainstorming. Oh, one major thing I do in a lot of my builds, I always like to make the roof spawn-proof. So I tend to make them with a lot of slabs, a lot of stairs, just things like that. Just to make it so that you can't actually end up having a creeper drop on your head as you walk out your door. That was a hard lesson learned in the early days of Minecraft. I'm still on a quest to find what my first version of Minecraft was, though. It's such an early version, it's hard to tell. Because in the early version, there's so many little updates. Like Notch would just update something on a Friday. And I can't really figure out what it was. I mean, honestly, it was probably a version on a long since gone hard drive, given the time frame. I think back then, I think this, well, I think that hard drive was like an old style hard drive, like an IDE drive with like 300 gigabytes on it or something like that, which was big for the time. But I think that might be lost to time, so I'm trying to look through different versions and what they added to find out. I know it was before beds. I know it was before pumpkins, because I remember those being added in. It was a big deal because it was just such a, you know, you got a new light block. It was something else. It was definitely before the Nether. I'm pretty sure it was before the Nether. It was before clay, and before, like, way before clay. I do remember, like, the brick pyramids you used to be able to find. That was a thing. Like, when brick was introduced, they didn't really know where to put it, so you would just, like, stumble across, and it was really rare. Like, even probably more so rarer than woodland mansions. You'd stumble across just a giant brick pyramid. Well, I say giant, but back then the world height was really, really tiny. I know this was the big world height increase, but there was another one somewhere along the way, like way back when. It was very shallow. So you'd stumble across one of those. I didn't notice any of this while I was doing this. Like, stuff just wanders around by you. It kills me. It's so funny. But at least for now, I think it's a cute little starter house. Try to do something sort of Viking themed. I don't know. I was watching How to Train Your Dragon, and that's kind of where this one came from at the time. Hopefully it's not too shabby. There's more detail I'd like to put in it, and I'd like to finish out the inside, but I'm kind of a little half-hearted on it because I know I'm going to take it down and move it someplace else eventually. Oh, I love this too. I get the door-to-door pillager salesman. I love how far they fly when you hit them with a bow. Just, ah! Somebody needs to make a data pack that adds in like the Wilhelm scream whenever you hit a pillager with a bow and they just fly off. Oh man, I'd pay for that. But anyway, now that I'm trying to get stuff more established, I know this is really just turning into the documentation of like everything that I'm building onto the server. As more people are eventually joining it, I just kind of want to have things set up and make things a little easy for people to actually build stuff. So it's mostly just documenting the progress of an evolution of the world here. Probably not that interesting, but I'm enjoying it, so oh well. But to anybody that stumbles across it, hey, have a good one.